Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Scott Merritt. If you didn't know, I am the tournament director for the Madness at Mountain Crest 4, presented by Innova Champion Discs, and this is your virtual players meeting. I'm going to go over a few things to remember. There's not going to be a players meeting at the course. This is going to be it. We'll have a quick meeting to send people out to their holes. That's about it. The hole assignments should be posted by Thursday night on the PDGA site. I am not going to take any more waitlist people off after Thursday night, so if people have to drop, I'm not replacing them. Tournament is full. As you know, we filled up in 39 seconds, so that was kind of a record for the C tier. Usually people have a couple days to decide to get into Madness, but this year not. Sorry about that. That's just the state of disc golf right now. Again, I'm glad I could be able to get everybody in. We have 101 players, I believe, so that's a pretty good turnout. The way we're going to do this is the course consists of 19 holes. They're going to be completely full, and we're going to have 3 ghost holes. So if you don't know what a ghost hole is, we have 3 of the holes after the toughest holes. They're going to have 2 groups starting on them. So for example, there's going to be 2 groups starting on hole 2. There's going to be the hole 2 group and then the hole 2 ghost hole group. So the hole 2 group tees off, then the ghost hole group steps up and tees off, while the people behind you are playing a difficult hole that's going to take them a little longer to get through. So hopefully we can alleviate some backups, but we are going to have some extended rounds. So again, be ready, probably 3.5 hour round at Mountain Crest. Again, this isn't the normal Mountain Crest layout, a little more difficult. I've added a link in this email that's going to take you also to a hole-by-hole descriptions. I don't have any flyovers, but I go through the map hole by hole, kind of telling you where the OB is and everything. So that is the final map. Again, we're using some different holes, so we are using tent baskets, but we're not going to use tent baskets. We're going to use full disc catcher 28s on the holes. We're going to get those from Wild Horse, so we want to thank them for letting us use their baskets. Those will be posted around on the course. Some of them will be the baskets that are at Mountain Crest now elevated, so a little bit different. So if you look on the map, that is, it's on Disc Golf Scene right now. The blue baskets that you see on this map, those are either Disc Catcher 28s or elevated changed baskets. Before I go any further, I need to thank our sponsors. As you know, this isn't a very expensive tournament, $55 for pros and MA1 and MA40, $45 for all the other divisions. With that, our sponsors have, they've knocked it out of the park. Our payouts are going to be great. Usually for a C tier, you don't have to pay back 85%. I think we're averaging about 165% payback for all divisions. So thank you to my sponsors, and I'm going to go through them real quick. I got a book here. It's a lot. I got a couple pages to read, so I'm going to go through it as quick as possible. And I got to use my old man glasses to do that. So first of all, thank you to the Innova Champion Discs. Man, they got with me quickly. I talked to Mark Molnar at LVC about what I needed. They looked up the old stamp that I needed, modified that, and got those tournament fundraiser discs out to us real quick. So thank you to Innova Champion Discs. They were great. I want to thank my other big sponsors, Las Vegas Disc Golf Club. Without them, I could not do this. Jaquaa Events, Wild Horse for the baskets, and Lucky Disc Golf being the home of the Madness tournament. Tournament trophy. We have a perpetual trophy. It's always on display at Lucky, so go down there and check that out. I want to thank our local businesses who have stepped up to sponsor. We've got Neon Black Clothing. We got Rob's Rockin' Barbecue, Battleborn Pool Services, Justin Loya. We got Las Vegas Hair Lab, which is Paul Chosey. He can cut your hair, make any disc golfer look good. We got Fine Lines of Las Vegas Painting from Tim Davis. We got the Grant Joe's Real Estate Team from Trace Grant. And then we've got all of our other sponsors. We got Throw Pink from Jesse Heine, and the local Throw Pink, the Sin City Sisters, Michelle Berger. Thank you to Disc Golf Vegas, to LV Chain Smokers. Thank you to Legacy Discs for stepping up. They always do a lot for us here. I want to thank Aaron Morris and Las Vegas Valley Vets Disc Golf Club. I want to thank Noah Kirschenbach, John Miranda, Zach Von Bulen, Casey Montanini, Ruben Martinez, Tyler Toltzman, Joey Nichols, Donald McCormick, Stephanie Akins, Troy Hunter. Congratulations on your engagement. Nick Gant, Sancho Hernandez, Shad Wade, Lori Cloyce Chupa, our resident world champion. I want to thank Renee Glidden, Kerry Trotter, Peter Ballou, Edward Pappy Brooks, and thanks to my family for putting up with me and letting me trash the house this whole time. So just going in quickly, we know we're doing this virtual meeting because of all the COVID regulations right now. It's just a situation that we're dealing with, and we have to move forward with it. So I don't really care what people's thoughts are about it or your personal leanings on whether we should or shouldn't be doing it. This is what we have to do to have this tournament. So the COVID restrictions are in effect. Trust me, it took me a couple weeks to get this paperwork pushed through the government, emails every day. So this is what we have to do, and I expect the players to follow along these guidelines. First of all, masks at Tournament Central are required. You cannot go into any of the gazebos without a mask on. It's not up for debate, guys. If I see someone in there, I'll mention it one time that you need to put your mask on. The second time for that, if you're a tournament player, I'm going to have to DQ you. If the people who allowed me to put this tournament on show up and see people gathering without masks, they can shut it down. So again, I'm very serious about this, guys, and I don't care what anybody's personal leanings are. Please wear your masks at Tournament Central. Masks on the course are recommended, not required. So again, if you're on the course playing, it is recommended, not required. We ask that you don't touch anybody's discs or equipment. No sharing of minis. We're trying not to touch everybody else's stuff, and that is a requirement for the tournament. Also, as far as the COVID goes, everybody's going to get some hand sanitizer in their players pack. We expect you to use it when you're coming into Tournament Central, coming in, touching any of the discs that are going to be for sale from Las Vegas Disc Golf Club or Jaqua Events or from the Sin City Sisters. So please, we're going to use our common sense. We're going to have signs up everywhere. Please abide by that signage, guys. We do have, sorry, old man glasses, got to read my writing here. We're going to have 2 rounds during the day. I believe we're going to have a quick impromptu, these are your holes, go to your holes, kind of player meeting at about 8:10. We're going to tee off first round at 8:30 in the morning. It's going to be a shotgun start. I'm going to yell start at 8:30. Hopefully that'll be echoed around the course, and then everybody can get going with their round. Once the last card comes in, depending on the time of day, how much we have, we're going to have at least a minimum hour. I'm hoping to get an hour and a half lunch in. And once that's up, I'll have the time for everybody to come back. Again, it's going to be a, check online or check the paper that we have. Just walk by, head to your holes, and we'll be teeing off at the time that I've assigned. So again, there's not going to be a lot of gathering, hopefully, at Tournament Central, but we can, gather so many. Tournament Central gazebo holds up to 100 people. We're only allowed to have 50 people in there at a time, and that seems like a lot, but it's also got to be socially distanced spacing. So again, keep that in mind, guys. With that being said, with the rounds, we are doing digital scorekeeping. You can go to digital scorekeeping, go to pdga.com/score, and you enter the tournament code, which is madness, all lowercase, with the number 4. It's madness 4. That is the password. You get in there and you click in. Some in your group can keep score, or you can hand it off group to group if you think your phone's going to die or whatnot. There will be some paper scorecards. If people would not want to use paper scorecards, they don't want it digital, they can take that with them. However, you can't turn that paper scorecard in. You need to do it digitally when you're done and turn it in. Somebody has to do it. If you actually look on the sign up you read through, it said that digital scorecards are required. It's not an option, and it did say if you didn't want to use digital scorecards, you might want to pick a different event. So you guys chose to play this, so you have to abide by those rules. They're trying to eliminate any passing of cards back and forth. And I know all the restrictions may change in the next month and a half. That's what we're doing right now. So again, you have to turn it in. With that being said, hopefully I get to play the tournament. I also have another assistant TD, as you will. Chris Arnold has been a great help. He's their treasurer with the Las Vegas Disc Golf Club. He's going to be at the gazebo all day. He can make calls and he can make rulings as well as I can. Of course, he'll make all the rulings in my division or any division that I'm personally affected by. So we've got Chris, and thank you very much to Chris. He's awesome. I couldn't do this whole tournament without his help. With that being said, any questions you have on the course, I'm saying this right now, provisional, provisional, provisional. Play provisional, play the way you think it should be, or don't. But again, if you come in and get a ruling, you don't like that, you didn't play a provisional, you don't have anybody to blame but yourself. So what I'm saying for provisionals, if you go out of bounds and you don't think it's out of bounds, but your group is saying it's out of bounds, play it both ways. Play it from where you think, and then play it from out of bounds. Or where the group says you're out of bounds. And then you come back in, you should have 2 different scores. Then you talk to the tournament director, myself, or Chris, who also can make a ruling. He will tell you which way it will be played, or I will tell you which way it should have been played. You'll get that score. You can input it properly into the scorecard and then move on. But again, if you play it the wrong way, it's an incorrectly hole, that is going to be a PDGA penalty, and you'll get penalized for that. So, which is going to be more than what you would have got for just a regular out of bounds stroke. It's a 2-stroke penalty rather than a 1-stroke penalty for being out of bounds. So, again, guys, play provisional. It's the safest way to do things. So with that being said, again, 2 rounds of play with the lunch. Right afterwards, we're going to have awards to make this go a little faster. Usually, in the past, a lot of events we've done, the AMs, and they can get in and get their shopping done and buy their discs. You're going to get any AMs who make the payout are going to get a card from the Las Vegas Disc Golf Club. You're going to go into the Las Vegas Disc Golf Club's merchandise and be able to shop and pick out what you want for that payout. Again, we're trying to limit social interaction with everybody and keep distancing, so we're going to do the AMs last. We'll pay out the pros first, because those guys get cash and they'll hopefully step back and step away, and then we'll get the AMs, and the AMs can that aren't being paid out can leave, and the AMs that are can stay around and shop and get their stuff. So that way we can limit social interactions. We're going to have CTP prizes during the event. First round, it's going to be by division, so every single division is going to have a CTP opportunity. You're going to be on one of the islands. Closest to the pin will get a nice prize pack. Second round, we're going to do a CTP on the other island, and that's going to be by grouping. So all the men's pros will be in that grouping, all the men's AMs will be in a grouping, and all the women will be in a grouping. So there's 3 different really good CTP prizes for the second round. With that being said, I think I went over everything. Again, guys, thanks for all the support I'm getting. I've got people asking to get in, to volunteer, if I want help setting up, whatever I can. Again, this isn't like the LVC. I can get most everything done myself, but I will need help this weekend. I might need a spotter or 2 on a couple of the holes. That would be awesome if you could volunteer for that, because some of the OB is very tricky. Again, check out the map. That's individual map linked to this. And also, final thing is that COVID screening is required for all players. I will have paper at the event, but it's also linked in this online, so you can click on it. It's just a Google form. Really, it's just your name, your PDJ number, and you got to answer a few questions. If you answer yes to any of them, you can't play in the event. So I'm not telling you to answer no to everyone, but hopefully that applies to your situation. Just answer that, because what it is the health department is following, again, COVID protocols, and if anybody gets sick for this tournament, they look at everybody and they can contact trace through that app. So again, guys, thank you very much for coming out. Hope this is a great event. Looking hopefully next year, so many people. I'm probably going to go to 2 days. That way I can get everybody in, maybe go to tee times. We'll see how that goes. Again, but thank you to everybody who's volunteered, who's sponsored, and again, thank you to Innova Champion Discs for getting me all those fundraiser discs. Those things, those pigs and those Firebirds sold out immediately. I've still got a lot left to sell. All the money raised from those discs goes straight to the tournament and straight to the big payouts, guys. So again, thank you very much. Hope you enjoy Madness. See ya.